Oh, he's definitely the funniest right-wing comedian working today. I think anybody would agree whether you're a fan of Piss or not. He gets laughs from liberals, too. He's a funny guy.
I'd heard about him, you know, there was rumors on the streets about this great man who was ready to do things for all of us.
I got an email. Somehow I'm on the email list for Ralph Piss.
It's my father.
Well, from what I understand, it was a very awkward evening. You know, I wasn't there, and I was annoyed at that because I set the whole thing up for him. I publicized it, I booked the theater, I invited the audience, and then he said he didn't want me in the building while he was performing. Amanda introduced him that night.
I'm here introducing. He asked me to do it. A couple things that he did want me to mention is that he's been a right-wing commentator since birth. He also, he's a very funny man. He wanted me to let you know that as well. Noah obviously cannot be here because he and Ralph can't be in the same room together.
What do you call a feminist with a wedding ring?
What?
A gay lesbian?
Listen, I'm a very busy man. I came to support because I'm friends with Noah, and this was bullshit. You know, this is just, it really was completely inappropriate. It wasn't funny, it was rude, it was obnoxious. You know, I have gay friends. This whole thing was ridiculous. It makes me sick.
I couldn't stand to be in the room with him for another 5 seconds. So.
I find his convictions rather offensive, yet arousing.
Ralph himself wasn't totally unattractive. He had I have a friend who's like into that hair, so maybe I'll give her his number if I can get it.
You got an autographed picture of
Yes! Oh my god, we got two.
Did you meet him?
No.
I kissed him. Listen, I didn't want her to come anyway. So, yeah.
So what makes you so hot for Piss?
Well, really the puppetry.
Hello, I'm at a door. Hello, I'm here. Okay, I'm going here. Hello, I'm Kitty Day. Hello. Hello. I'm some whore you had sex with last night. Oh, you are, you're regret that. We're Michael Moore and Jane Fonda. We're the morons at MoveOn.org. And we're the Muslim world. All right, well, it looks like everybody's here. Now, come on, let's all get into Bill Clinton's private jet. Hey, Bill, where are we going? Well, it's a surprise. I'll tell you later. I'm George W. Bush, and I won't let you liberals attack America again. There, I saved the world. All liberals are dead. Hooray. Stay the course. Bring them on. Soft bigotry of low expectations. Thank you, George W. Bush, for saving my life.
Well, I would say that as a puppeteer, he ranks very, very low. And I would say the same thing, too.
And I was quite frankly disgusted when he took his socks off and stuck them on his hand as puppets. What was that? That's not entertainment. It's not comedy.
By the way, you can tell these socks are liberals. I tried to get some white ones, but even though they were more qualified, there was a quota.
Oh, man.
A liberal sock puppet. Hello, I'm a liberal. Torture, 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 torture. Oh, really? I'm liberal too. Torture, 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 torture.
Ralph Piss is clawing his way up the ladder, and people won't give him a chance. And they say it's because he's not funny enough, but it's really because he's conservative, and these people, they don't have a sense of humor. He was one of the funniest men I ever met, and I met a few. I know Henry Kissinger.
Is Ralph Piss funnier than Henry Kissinger?
They're funny in different ways.
Who is your greatest comedy influence?
Jesus Christ. And Charlie Chaplin. He was good.
And who is your greatest political influence?
Probably Bob Hope.
In 2008, Piss described Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton as two black women with well-known ties to the gay community. After endorsing Mitt Romney in the 2008 Republican primary, Piss did not warm quickly to Senator John McCain. He eventually endorsed McCain's running mate.
I love her. I just love her.
Shortly before Election Day, Piss published a scathing review of the Nero-fiddled production Life After Bush. In his critique, Piss wrote of an embarrassing moment during the performance. Apparently, he thought that Amanda Sisk actually was Sarah Palin. Then, there was silence.
No, I actually haven't heard from Ralph in quite some time now.
He was becoming one of the really strong voices for conservative America. And then he just disappeared.
My feeling is that he might have left the country. Maybe he just couldn't cope with the failure of the conservative movement, or the idea of an American president chosen by the people as opposed to the Supreme Court.
We all miss him in our lives.
I was deeply disturbed when, on November 4th, 2008, America fell to the terrorists. And after B. Hussein O. was inaugurated, I was totally miserable, lacking any purpose. This is what life is like in a communist country. In fact, for a long time, I didn't do much of anything except for binge drinking. And harmonica playing. And spending time with my horsey. I love you, horsey. I love you, horsey. I love you, horsey. And then one day I finally realized if I do nothing, well then the Democrats have won. So I decided to write an opera. It's called September 12th, and it's an attempt to recapture the feelings and the values that we all had on September 12th, 2001. You remember, we were all cowering in fear, crying our eyes out, too traumatized to question authority. It's September 12th. September 12th, come on. Jesus Christ, September 12th. When it feels like September 11th was only yesterday. And I'm about to relaunch my website. I'm going to do the whole hog. Soon you'll be able to download wallpapers and ringtones and videos. You'll be able to order hats and even shirts and things like that. Soon, my friends, you'll have a complete Ralph Pierce interactive experience. You can have Pierce on your computer, Pierce on your phone, even Pierce on your head.
I can't take it anymore.
What? What?
Oh, too